Ho, ho, ho. It's Sarge. Good evening, everybody. Wishing everybody in advance a Merry, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Got a nice cup of coffee here. Coffee. Don't make fun of me the way I'm saying coffee, because that's the way we talk from Brooklyn. Coffee. Okay? Now, first and foremost, let's talk about what's going on with getting all our sailors back on the 26th and the 27th. Most importantly, you need to realize that, again, I am trying to work with some great limo companies to bring our sailors back at a very, very reasonable price. Now, we are taking reservations. However, we won't have the list finalized until tomorrow night, and we'll be sending out the confirmations early Christmas Eve morning. That's Thursday. I may send out some tomorrow night, depending on where they're arriving from, such as maybe the Milwaukee ones, etc. And we're going to do the best we can to get all our sailors back. But I want to go over a few points in the post that I made about a week and a half ago. First and foremost, when they arrive at O'Hare, down at baggage claim is the only place they can pick up a taxi cab. Now, there are two lines. There is one that's a suburban line, which is the closest to the building, the first street, and then there is the suburban line, which is the middle island. If the sailors take a cab from the city line, those are the cabs with the green license plates. If they take one of those cabs, it is almost double what the suburban cabs cost. For example, the most any sailors should pay coming back from O'Hare to the base is no more than $65, the maximum, using a suburban cab. However, using a city cab, it's almost double. It's about $120. With Midway, the maximum they should pay is $90 for the van or the cab going back. But the city cabs charge about $220. From Milwaukee, there really isn't no option other than a prearranged option, either through me or through a transportation company that is licensed in Wisconsin. And there's a reason for that. If they take a Milwaukee cab, it is just like Midway or Chicago city cabs. They're going to pay double because the cabs can't pick up in Illinois. So they got to go back empty. And they're not going to do that unless they collect double. So you got to read that little fine print that's on the cardboard on the back of the seat. And it says that the fare will be the meter plus an additional 1/2 of it. So if the meter is $90, they're going to add on another $45 plus the toll. Now, I spoke with Chicago UBER and Chicago LYFT, and I made them aware of the situation that we do have a ton of military coming back on December 27th. And they are going to alert all their drivers. So, the situation is, if a sailor takes an Uber or a Lyft, if he rides by himself, he's going to be paying, $60 to $65. But if he has 2 or 3 shipmates with him, what they do is one of them goes ahead and books the Uber or the Lyft. Then, when they get inside there, they cash app each other or swap money, whatever they need to do. Okay? Now, if it's 4 or more sailors, they're going to send an SUV, which is double the price on Uber or Lyft. So they want to try to keep themselves down to no more than 3 people if using an Uber and LYFT. That's the economy Uber and LYFT. Now, in Terminal 2, you're going to have Airport Express. Airport Express charges by the person, okay, just like all the other limo companies do. They charge by the person. If from O'Hare, I believe it's like $22 or $26 a person. From Midway, it's like $45 or $50 a person. However, if they're the last person that comes in that night and it's only them going back to the base, they're going to pay full boat. Now, what I'm going to do is every time I'm at either Midway, Mitchell, Milwaukee, or O'Hare, I'm going to be at all 3, okay, on the 27th. I'm going to be posting on Facebook. I'm going to be checking in at the airport, so you'll know wherever I am. If your sailor did not make a reservation, they ought to call me. And if they call me and I have room, we'll throw them in the van. Not a problem. We're going to get them back to the base, and they will split the cost. So if we have 4 sailors, let's say, and I load them up in the van, it's only $15 each. That's it. 15, okay? Now, if there's 3 of them, it'll be 20. If it's 2 of them, it'll be 30. If it'll be 1, it'd be $1 million. No, it'll only be $60. That's the maximum we're going to charge. So I did make a lengthy Facebook post, and I'll tell you the date I made it, so you can go back and look at it. Okay, I made it on December 14th at 8:25 p.m. in the Great Lakes A School page. So what you need to do is go ahead and do that. Now, Tommy just posted something, okay? How about having them meet up at the USO? Okay, here's the problem, Tommy, is the USO does not allow anybody inside, okay, because of the pandemic. And I don't believe they will even be working on Sunday. But I'll check with Chris. He's the local, not the local, he's the director for Illinois for the USO. I'll check with him tomorrow. But as it last stands, they do not allow anyone inside the USO. They can grab a box lunch if they have them or pastry, but there's no hanging out inside the USO. Now, the USO in Milwaukee, I don't know, since they're basically, Milwaukee is not really locked down. I mean, they got the casinos open in Milwaukee. So there's a good possibility that the USO in Milwaukee, which is very small, it only has about 5 reclining chairs in it. That's about it. So they may be open. I don't know. For Midway, the USO is before they exit the terminal. Now, last year, what they did at Midway is there was a USO representative downstairs in baggage claim, and they were filling up the Airport Express buses, vans rather, going back to Great Lakes. So that's a possibility. I really don't know. So what they're going to do this year because of the pandemic, for all I know, there may not be any volunteers there. We have to play it by ear. I do have the numbers for all the USOs, and as a matter of fact, I will post those numbers for the USO at each of the airports, and if somebody can reach somebody and get the information tomorrow, share it with the group so we make sure that we get everything. Now, I've been getting calls all day. Oh, I haven't received my confirmations, and people going crazy. That's understandable, okay? But I cannot send out the confirmations until I know that the limo companies are on board. All the names are being put on a spreadsheet with their phone numbers and their arrival times. What will happen, let me give you an example. Let's say there's 6 people coming in between 12 noon and 1 p.m. We'll put all of those in one limo, $25 each. They'll ride back to base first class, okay? Not a problem, all right? If we have 20 people coming back all at once, we'll put them on the bus. The bus company's charging $25 a head. Now, that's for O'Hare. For Midway, it's a little bit more expensive. I am waiting for Command Master Chief Nelson to get back to me tomorrow to see if they're going to be doing the Midway and Milwaukee runs. Now, some people have already prepaid for the Milwaukee run. That is taken care of. They're going to be picked up. So that one sailor, I don't want to mention his name, but he already prepaid for his round trip back from Milwaukee. And I instructed him if he meets any other sailors that need a ride back, to get with them and have them go ahead and get some money. Can I get a roll call and see who is listening? I want to make sure I'm not missing anybody. Just give me a thumbs up, a like, a sad face, an angry face, whatever you want to give me. I want to see who's out there, if you don't mind. Because I only see 1, 2, 3, 4 people right now. Oh, there goes a blue hand up. Okay. Anyway, if you have any questions, post the question now. Put your question on the screen right now, and I'll look at it, and hopefully I'll answer it for you. By the way, I'm going to be at O'Hare tomorrow. I have 2 separate pickups tomorrow. I have a shipmate coming in from leave who's going back to the A school, and I have a Navy mother and her daughter coming back to go into housing. So again, starting tomorrow, I will start posting my check-ins. If you have a sailor there, make sure they have my number. Okay, what is my phone number? 847-212-0246. Let's see if we could sing that to a jingle. 847-212-0246. Oh, what fun it is to ride with Sarge right at Christmas time. Well, I wish I was Santa Claus, because then none of these kids would pay. It says, is there still availability for pickup on Sunday from O'Hare? Lisa, to answer your question, I don't know until I get the reservation. Have your sailor make the reservation on the website, mynavytaxi.com, all one word, mynavytaxi.com. Have them click on the link that says from the airport, and then we will be able to go ahead and put them on the sheet. I can't promise that everyone that books with us will get confirmed until I get with the bus companies tomorrow, okay, and my team of drivers. We're going to make sure that we get everybody taken care of. If your sailor gets a reply that says he has to pay in advance, which all the limo companies do, then they got to contact the limo company and make arrangements for payment over the phone. Okay, that's the only way they do it. As for myself, if I'm picking up someone and they're riding alone, I'm going to charge the full $60. However, if they get other sailors, it's their responsibility to collect the rest from their shipmates. And that will all be done electronically. I don't see the credit card or nothing. It just, they fill it out and they send in the payment. It's safe and secure. One more item, very important. Make sure that your sailor does not forget any of their uniforms at home. It happens every year. Sometimes the moms hide their boots. Oh, I want that smell of the boot. You know, you can't do that, moms. Okay? Make sure your sailor packs all his stuff. Okay, number one. Remember, the day after they all come back, that Monday, there will be a urinalysis. And they will be checking for everything to include alcohol. So if you have a sailor that is underage, yeah, if you want to give them a glass of wine at Christmas, I'm not saying to do that, but I'm saying if you do, you make sure it's not in their system, okay, when they get on that plane on that Sunday, all right? Whatever they do, make sure they don't bring back any contraband. Even though there are some substances that are legal where they come from, it's not legal in the Navy. So make sure your sailors do the right thing, because they got their whole career ahead of them, and we don't want our military to be in jeopardy and lose everything they worked very hard for. Now, I don't know what the base plans on doing for New Year's Eve. I'm pretty sure there may be some sort of a celebration. I'm not sure. I don't know. But if I find out anything, I will let you know. Now, someone just asked a question. Can they wear their uniform on the way back? And the answer is absolutely, positively, they can. You know, it was different when we came home from Vietnam. We couldn't wait to get to the airport and change, okay, because people did not like our uniforms, all right? They called us everything in the book. But today the uniform is respected. And many, and I've been watching the post on Facebook, many have gotten even bumped up to first class during the holidays because they were wearing their uniform. So the thing is this, you need to go ahead and make sure, okay, that if your sailor wants to be the star on somebody's Christmas tree, make sure they wear their uniform. Have them be very proud of what they earned, because not every young man or woman can wear the uniform of a United States service member. It takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of commitment. Okay? It takes a lot of hard work. And it takes brains, too. All right? Don't forget that. It takes brains. And not everyone can do what our young men and women are doing for our country. And I am very proud of them. And you should be proud of them, too. So make sure that when they wear that uniform, they wear it with pride, because they've earned it. And if there's any other questions, you could address them to me either by text message. Please don't bombard me with text messages after 10 o'clock Central Time, because old Sarge does sleep, okay? I'm not Santa Claus. I don't stay 24 hours a day and come from the North Pole. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and I do the best I can. Anyway, Tommy, what was that? No. Even the one they consider the work uniform? No. You cannot wear the work uniform. It's either the dress blues or the NSUs, not the NWUs. Work uniforms are not authorized. Repeat, work uniforms, the NWUs, the camis, those are not authorized. Thanks, Tommy, for clarifying that. Very good, mate. Let's give Tommy a big round of applause for working very hard for this group, okay? And my hat is off to him. I don't know where he finds the time to do this. He must be a millionaire or something, I don't know. But he's always on Facebook. Poor guy must not have a life. I don't know, but he does a fantastic job. Natalie Nelly, I'm sure you guys know them. Natalie, great gifts for Christmas, all her stuff. Okay, Craig is pages. Okay, he does an excellent job with that. So my hats off to everyone who helps participate in those. Without them, you guys would be like lost missiles. Trust me. But thanks to them and all the other folks that help out based on their experience, that is really, really great. And finally, when we say good night, oh, I wish, no, I can't sing. Anyway, I want to say that God bless you all. God bless this great country. And God bless our military around the world. Remember, there are going to be those who will not be home for this Christmas. They won't be sitting in front of a fireplace or eating at a dinner table. Okay? They may be sitting in a tent somewhere or in a building which just has enough heat. I want you to keep them in your prayers. And